Chris.
I'm Josh.
I like how it looks like Chris is always talking directly into the mic.
And now it's a little pornographic.
Come on, Chris.
Just a
This
little.
is a parent children's show.
Oh, maybe we should have it during the
No, just because
children are awake.
Emotional children make the show doesn't mean it's...
Emotional children
For
watch
children.
the show too.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's not be. Let's not.
For emotional children, by emotional children.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a good tagline.
Back.
So...
It's our clothing line.
Really? Fair enough. Well, this is we're the NOLAnerds, and this is the NOLAnerdcast.
Episode 25.
Episode 25. You know what that means?
No.
Our show can finally run till Dan.
Is this our silver episode?
Maybe? Actually, technically, if we're doing DC numbering system, then this is like number, like what, 400
It's like
something?
it's like 250.
Oh, we're way past that. We were at 250 something before we renumbered it the first time.
So we're close to 300.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright, I have a question about the number.
If we're going by DC, then somebody should replace you guys every once in a while, and then you come back and replace them.
Hey, how's it going?
What's your question?
So how does the number system work? Are we doing like season, what is it, season like 3 episodes?
Season 2.
Season 2?
Yeah.
Or 3. Honestly,
What season
fine.
are we in?
It's fine. We're in season 2.
Oh,
yeah.
season 2?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, look at
Season 1 was 1 million episodes, and season 2 a lot less.
Yeah. It's like a season of The Daily Show. It doesn't follow a
Like,
season.
remember how many episodes Craig Kilborn had?
Nobody remembers how many episodes.
He had a lot. I liked him on the Daily Show.
Did you?
Who?
Craig.
Oh, you might not.
Christ?
You might not remember him. He was a guy who had a late night show.
Back when it was all a fun MTV talk.
He was also a movie star in one of those Adam Sandler movies.
I remember he was
The
in
Benchwarmers.
He was in Old School
Okay.
as well.
No,
Was
don't
he?
fix the mic.
Yeah, he was the jerk boyfriend of the girl that was the lead female interest.
I think
Okay.
he made a career being the jerk.
I think we're
It's true.
Yeah.
I think we're getting off topic here.
We don't have a topic.
What topic?
Sure we do. We got so many topics, guys.
No.
And for the kids, that was the intro.
But also we had to talk about Craig Kilborn.
Did we though?
Someone has to.
Why don't,
It's the only thing that keeps him
why
alive.
don't we briefly mention what we have going on right now? We just filmed something the other day.
Oh yeah.
And it's coming up soon. As soon as this guy and this guy work their magic.
It's
Mostly Doug.
Yeah, I shot it.
Yeah, poorly.
Thank you.
The footage came out well.
Did you at least come up with fun hashtags?
You should wait for that.
I'm very excited.
Because they will be hash-horrific.
Ooh.
Oh,
Alright.
that's-
Well, you know what? Let's jump into some stuff because we got stuff to talk about. And after last week's 2-hour E3 blowout,
That was a marathon.
that was
Yeah.
a marathon. Let's jump right into some normal stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
Chris,
Yeah.
hit us with that comics news, bro.
All right. Let me get all this set up. Don't touch me.
Can we do that? Let's just do that.
Yeah.
Nope. Let's not. All right. Don't like this at all.
Sorry. Chris, is there... Alright, I'm going to move this so it's in between the two of us. This is really weird, having your face covered.
I'll move it.
I love it.
I know you do.
Go wait!
Stop.
There, perfect. Nope.
There you go, right in the Matt's mouth.
There you go. Alright.
Up there.
Hey.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
All right.
Go wait!
Okay, now I'm getting sick of it.
Thank you.
It's no longer fun.
Just
for me.
admit that Gwen's hilarious.
No.
What's the news?
Oh, we're on the news?
Yeah.
Is it time?
It is time.
All right. Hey, Bryan Cranston's going to be the Zordon in the Power Rangers movie.
Yeah.
Going back to his roots. Voice of Power Rangers.
Was that his roots?
Yes.
Really? He was one of
Yes.
the voices?
He was he voiced many monsters.
Oh.
And was, in fact, the reason why there is a Billy Cranston in the Power Rangers.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
I did not know that.
Well, now you know.
And no one is half the battle.
Before he became a big star, he was...
A star?
He was, no one on Power Rangers is a star.
I beg to differ.
Who?
Bryan Cranston.
He's got you there. Airtight logic.
Uh-huh. So
Just saying.
that Kick-Ass and that Hit Girl comic are going monthly, so...
Really?
That's they're still making them.
Are they?
People like them.
Do they?
No.
Okay.
Well, there's gonna be a new Kick-Ass too.
Yeah, it's a lady.
Yeah,
Lady
an African American lady.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Well, lots of people obviously are.
Well,
we
it's
don't
not-
talk about that.
It's not my comic, so.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah, her name is Marcus.
Marcus.
According to Chris, that's just the generalized name.
Oh my god. Every black person's name is Marcus to Chris, right?
Yeah, and to the French. So.
So, Linda Carter is going to be the president on Supergirl.
Woo woo!
That should be fun.
I'm okay with that. Why won't you vote?
None of your business.
Yeah.
Let's.
What else you got, Chris?
I'm getting there.
Hey, Chris,
Give me a
what else you
goddamn
got?
second.
Whoa! Fair.
That's
That's fair.
that's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
I can't blame him for that.
Nick Zano is going to be Commander Steel in Legends of Tomorrow. Commander Steel is a member of the Justice Society of America, so that's very exciting.
I disagree.
Who's playing him? Nick?
What part? What part do you disagree with?
The part where it's fun. Good. Yeah, don't mess with Chris's JSA.
Yeah. Today, Chris seems like he's about ready to smash some faces. So
I'm sorry, what was that about the JSA not being excited?
I wasn't talking about that.
What were we talking about,
I
John?
have no idea.
That's
Keep
common.
going.
That's
Oh,
common.
what
to
else
say,
you
to
got?
be fair.
Tyler Hoechlin? He's going to be the Superman in Supergirl.
Yeah.
We finally get to see him as opposed to not at all.
So what's your take on this? Are we assuming that Flash season 3 is going to unite Supergirl's universe, and that would explain why suddenly Superman can show up?
Probably.
Because if Supergirl can get Superman, and Supergirl's now part of the CW universe, that means Superman now exists in Arrow and Flash.
Arrow and Flash. Yeah, and I think like this is a part of Jeff Johns being
in charge
in the
of it all.
movie department as well now. Is that there's been like this unspoken law that you can't like. That's why Suicide Squad was killed off right
Right.
before the
In
commercials
Arrow.
for the movie started.
Right.
Was because DC, Warner Brothers in general, and the TV department have always had this weird thing where they chickened out on Batman in Smallville. Smallville was them chickening out on
Right.
Batman. and just this weird unspoken rule.
Smallville was actually the first time we saw Green Arrow be their TV Batman.
Yeah.
Like, just straight up. We can't have Batman, give him Green Arrow.
They even had like Ian Somerhalder showed up as Adam Knight. And then it turned out it wasn't his real name. And then it turned out it kind of was, and he died. Like you could tell, like they almost had permission, and then it stopped. But yeah, I think I don't know if Superman's gonna make it into being like a regular character.
Probably not.
Probably not.
It'll be
but-
like Nick Fury on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
He'll show up twice.
and there'll be like the overall implication that somewhere Metropolis is happening.
Yeah.
You know, like what it's been in Supergirl
Right.
this whole time.
Exactly. What I think is really interesting is someone brought up a theory that what if all the deaths and weird choices that they made in Arrow Season 4 were because they knew
All of that was
Flashpoint
going to happen.
could bring it all back.
I thought
at a
so
moment's
too.
notice.
I actually feel like we're probably going to get at least half a season of
I'm
the
hoping
paradox
that, yeah.
sort of
I'm
world,
hoping that.
and then we're going to get a slightly altered new continuity going forward,
Right, and that
where like
brings in
Black Canary's
Supergirl.
alive.
Black
Yeah.
Canary, exactly.
And I also think like they could do something really interesting. I'm gonna like throw a bet in the pool that we get actual Merlin, like the kid that died,
Yeah.
being
Bring him
Merlin
back.
just for the first
Yeah, why not?
6 episodes.
'Cause why not?
Tommy actually being Merlin. So
Well, Flashpoint was also confirmed as the premiere title of Season 3 of Flash.
Which,
So
if you
that'll
ever
be-
doubted it
No,
after
yeah.
seeing Season 2, you're Josh.
That'll be coming. that'll be
you were 8 episodes back. Yeah.
that'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
I still don't know.
Okay.
All right, Chris.
I thought season 2 was gonna be Flashpoint. That's how weird I am.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2 will be at Comic-Con in some way, shape, or form. Chad Coleman from The Wire is going to play a baddie on Arrow as one of these villain types.
I was
So
going to be a drug dealer. I betcha.
maybe. Speaking of which, no, that has nothing to do with it. Artemis is going to be an Arrow.
Yep.
She was in last season as the Black Canary impersonator.
Oh,
She
yeah.
will become Artemis full time, so that should be fun.
Not part-time?
Part time.
Who knows? At the rate they're losing archers.
Yeah. I'm still mad Huntress never shows back up.
3 people have joined the cast of Spider-Man: Homecoming: Hannibal Buress, Abraham Atta from Beasts of the Southern Wild, and Bokeem Woodbine.
From?
I don't know.
What? No.
Fargo?
What?
Yeah, he's stuck on, I'm sure,
Buress.
Hannibal Buress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is he gonna? What?
He's Miles Morales.
He's Miles Morales? Miles' older brother?
They're all Miles Morales. We are all Miles Morales.
What if who's Miles' uncle that's also a villain? You read it?
I know.
Prowler or something?
Yes, I know.
Yeah, but I feel like
don't
Bokeem would
remember
play
it.
that
Is it
character.
I think
Because
so.
he's the dude with the gap in his teeth from, like, Big Hit and stuff.
yeah.
He's hilarious.
So there's comedy going on here.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go light on Spider-Man.
should. It's
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
it's the kid Spider-Man too. It's where he's basically Archie with superpowers.
Yep.
Jamie Chung is going to join the cast of Gotham to play Valerie Vale.
Instead, not Vicky?
Not
No.
Vicky
Vicky's mom
Vale?
or
Vicky
something?
Vale?
No, someone like mother or aunt or
Yeah.
whatever. There's going to be a new Ghostbusters cartoon, Ecto-Force, set in the year 2050.
That sounds like a combination of that. Remember, there was real Ghostbusters.
And
I
Extreme.
can't-
And there's Extreme Ghostbusters.
Hopefully,
I'm sorry.
But there was also the one where the car was alive.
I can't abide this new cartoon or the new game.
I refuse to.
Because
I refuse.
I have such a good my
the
childhood is tied into.
the NES Ghostbusters game was really important to my
It's
childhood.
definitive.
That TV show was very important.
And
Guys.
Extreme Ghostbusters was also very important to my childhood. Does this new cartoon have a character in a wheelchair?
I don't know.
Well, then it doesn't count.
Yeah,
What?
I know.
fact.
Wait, I might be confusing Ghostbusters with the Burger King kids that used to solve crimes.
Huh.
Anyway,
That is true. I do
Chris
hate.
isn't allowed to have opinions. He
He's
hates
Finding
Finding Nemo,
Nemo.
but of course opinions are...
I do hate Finding Nemo, but I think my opinions are still valid.
It's okay, Chris.
well, you would. They are yours.
Yes. Also,
And thus, as we've learned...
Bias.
so Fables, that comic that we really liked, it's getting a spin-off that no one asked for, Ever After, from the pages
It's not
of
even,
Fables.
but it's not a spin-off because the spin-offs were great, like Cinderella
Yeah.
and stuff like and Ferris.
Yeah.
This is a straight sequel
Oh.
that just without the original creators involved, even though they've given their blessing, and with Shelley Bond gone from Vertigo, where she was a driving force of the quality of
Yeah.
Fables, it really smacks to me of them going, oh shit, Vertigo lost a real moneymaker. Quick, more Fable stat. And the thing is, I feel if they would have waited just 5 years, I would
Yeah.
be more on board. Be like, okay, we've given them time to breathe. It's going to come in back in fresh, but it hasn't even been a year.
No.
And so it's called, what, Ever After?
Ever After.
Right.
I'm already bored with it.
I'm still going to read it because at least...
If it doesn't start Drew
at least to give
Barrymore,
it
I'm
a
not
shot.
interested in Ever After.
At least to give it a shot because, I don't know, I want it to be good, but I'm getting real tired of people looking at issues of Fables and going like, oh, this is just a ripoff of Once Upon a Time.
Which that's what the title Ever After feels like to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going after that crowd.
Which once was just like Heroes, where they couldn't get the rights to the actual comic because they wanted to get to a Fables thing.
No.
Yeah.
Here's the real story. Because he told us Bill Willingham told us this story.
Yeah, but I don't
at
trust Bill
Comic-Con.
Willingham. He's a dick.
That may be, but who knows? So they went and shopped it around to both Fox and ABC, and both of them wanted it. But then Disney was like, "Wait,
We don't have to
Disney,
pay anybody.
We don't have to. Why would we license you when we can do our own?" So that's how Once came,
And then Grimm
Fox
probably
just
was-
made Grimm.
Yeah.
So like, we don't want to actually option you. We'll just
Yeah.
make our own based off of you, and they're both more popular than Fables the comic is, and it makes me really sad.
Just it's network television. Anything they put on there gets 10 million viewers.
Unless it's
And
comics.
how many comics has makes you successful? Like
Yeah.
a few 100,000 would be
Right.
like insane.
Yeah.
Also, if you enjoyed watching your CW shows on Hulu, you can kiss that goodbye because they're going to be gone. But if you wait till 2 weeks after the finale, you can enjoy them on Netflix.
Yeah, there's gonna be a rapid
not a-
Netflix thing.
That's not a bad thing, though. That's like how I consume
I think they
my
get
shows.
I thought they heard too they were gonna get like the first 5 even earlier than that, and then give you the rest of the season after.
It's the whole season goes up after 2
Right,
weeks of the
2 weeks
finale
after the finale.
instead of 6 months.
Yeah, which is
But
good.
for the people that like to watch it the next day and keep current, yo,
Yeah.
The lack of a Hulu option means that you have to now watch it on TV, like on computer or live.
Yeah.
And it hurts. Hello, it's SDGC. That's our boy, Mr. Megabit.
Gentlemen.
Behold. Yeah.
What are you doing?
I have
Wait. So
no
is there
idea.
no like next
You can
day
still watch
option?
it on CW app
Okay.
if you have an Xbox or on the CW.com.
Yeah. Which is, you know,
I did.
I
all
almost.
did.
Why are we weenusing it up, guys?
Because-
Alright, what other news you got,
That's
Chris?
it.
Alright, well then this is the portion of our show before we jump into games that we talk about the week's comics. So, Josh, why don't you be our lovely Vanna White and show them the first book on the docket?
Is this the one?
Hey! It's Jesus!
Jesus is here, everybody.
Scott, did you know the thing on your elbow is called the weenus?
Yes.
Right.
You want to tickle it?
Yeah.
You want to tickle my weenus?
Yeah.
Alright, take a seat with your Bebsi. This episode brought to you by Bebsi. So yeah, we're talking Action Comics #1.
Jesus.
Wow, that was really loud. Not my problem.
Oh, sure isn't.
So, Lex Luthor is Superman, but so is Superman, and then also Clark Kent is there, and a Doomsday.
Yeah.
It's a very busy first issue.
So Asian Superman doesn't show up though.
No, not
No, not
Asian
yet.
Superman.
That's new Superman.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Superman.
Yeah.
What
Yes.
about Dean Clark Superman?
You mean
Dean
Kane?
Clark.
Yeah, it's
Dean
the combination.
Kane.
No, it's the combination.
You didn't do that on purpose, so it doesn't count.
I did.
No,
No,
you just
we-
messed up. That was
That,
it.
that's
What
like
about-
Matthew calling Reploids, okay?
Yeah, you recovered really fast.
I did. I'm very proud of that.
Reploids.
Okay, so I found this is I like this because I really like the 90s Superman interacting with the new 52 Lex, who is now also a Superman. It's a very weird combination,
Yeah.
but it works really
This is
well.
like their reign of Superman,
What about
but
you,
like
Chris?
without a brain.
I thought this issue was okay. I wasn't particularly wowed as the way I was with other issues. I'm just kind of tired of Doomsday at this point. So
Yeah, I feel that's a weird thing to throw at you first. I mean, I get that it really drives home the fact that he's from the 90s, where it's the Superman that died from Doomsday, so what
So it's
better way
more
to
of a
sell
personal,
the
yeah.
personal connection? But I'm really thrown off by the fact that Clark Kent also exists.
Well, we don't know the mystery of that one yet.
Yeah,
So
I bet it's Cyborg Superman.
maybe.
Here's hoping.
Well, he saved Cyborg Superman.
Where it's the Eradicator.
Superman shot himself in the shower.
No, we're on YouTube.
We're on
Oh,
YouTube,
Jesus
bruh.
Christ.
Wait, are you talking about George Reeves? Because that had that weird movie with Ben Affleck.
Type that.
No.
Okay.
You keep talking.
Shot himself in the shower. That's yeah.
What do you want to say? We're
That's a real
live?
downer there.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't particularly wowed by this issue, but I've enjoyed the Superman line, so I'm willing to keep going.
Yeah.
You okay?
You right there, buddy?
All right.
I'm good.
I guess
YouTuber.
I guess the it's like a it's like a it's a potato of some kind.
You're a potato.
You're a potato.
All right, there you go.
All right.
Well, then let's talk the next book. Let's dish about Aquaman #1, which I thought was way better than Rebirth for Aquaman.
It is way better than Rebirth.
Are you about to say you still don't care?
I still don't care.
Oh, see.
Well, it is
This-
still Aquaman.
No, but see, that's the thing
So if
people
you
don't
don't-
get is Aquaman now
Is awful?
pretty damn awesome.
It is.
Oh.
And this new direction for Aquaman has been good.
No, I've liked Aquaman, but some people
But
just don't. So I didn't know.
Aquaman has the hardest uphill battle
because
for
of Super
credibility
Friends.
because of Super Friends every time. And Jeff Johns was the smartest in the first issue of New 52, where he played on all those jokes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was really
Where
good.
he's
Oh.
sitting there eating fish at a diner, and they're like, "You can't eat that. Why not? Because you talk to them." No, I don't. Fish
And
can't talk.
Entourage. Basically,
Yeah.
like Super Friends starts it, and then people making fun of Aquaman from Super Friends
Yeah,
snowballed until it's
Exactly.
like he's the New Jersey of comic book characters, and
it's
you can't.
weird.
Yeah.
But this new status quo with them setting up an embassy to increase Atlantean Earth relations, and then that being completely foobarred by Black Manta is great, because Black Manta is the best Aquaman villain hands down. Pretty much the only one that matters
I mean,
outside of his brother.
could you name two more
Ocean Master,
besides them?
Scavenger,
Old ones.
He's gonna keep that again.
the Angler.
The angler, that can't be real.
What's the guy with the fish and pole?
You're just naming
fisherman?
parts of a fucking fishing rod now.
Witchmaster?
No,
No, there's a guy named the Fisherman.
Is that I could have sworn there was the angler.
What about the rod? Or the reel?
Fish bait?
The floater?
Let's be real.
Shark bait.
Let's be real. A lot of Aquaman's villains were smugglers and pirates.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
true.
He should fight pirates, though.
See, Bizarro Aquaman. He's
Oh,
cool.
God.
Get some real pirates in there, though.
Captain Demo.
No. No.
Aquaman should be fighting Cthulhu. Let's just get it over.
He has.
Yeah, well, that should be his primary.
He spot enemies from the deep. But yeah, so I like this new status quo, and I think Lanning does a real good job of it.
It's fine. I'm probably not going to read the next issue.
I think you should.
No.
Go through the first arc, see if it grabs you. Come on, bro. For the
Don't
shit.
buy it. You know he's gonna buy it, so
Yeah.
you can just read his.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Yay!
I disagree.
Let's talk Detective Comics.
I don't know.
Detective Comics is the best of the Rebirth books.
By far,
Better
right
than
now.
Flash?
Yes.
Flash is a close second.
Okay.
But Detective Comics, what a weird scenario. Batman starts a boot camp led by Batwoman, and the team is Red Robin, Spoiler, Cassandra Cain / Orphan, and Clayface of all people.
Yes, I heard about this.
And it has the most comic book thing ever in this issue, which is, what's the one thing Batman's always needed? If you entered an X-Men danger room, you are correct.
It's true. It's
Oh
made
no,
out,
I heard about it.
It's made out of
I heard
clay
about
people.
this.
It's made out of Clayface. He creates not holograms, but he creates
Clay Jokers.
clay things, and this time they fought an army of Jokers to see if they could, and it's
For 3 hours.
It is the most comic book thing ever.
And I
that
heard
you
like
could
the
never get away
main
with.
character. of
It's like
this-
multiple Santa. The dick villain.
I heard the main character of this book is Batman.
Yes, Trash 86D. What is your real life superhero name? Is it Chris's Trash?
Anyway,
It's clearly Dr. McShoot's
Clearly.
Dr. McShootfest.
Dr. Shootfest.
Dr. Shootfest.
Or Sergeant Scruffles.
so Batgirl was the main character in this.
No,
Well, more so.
which Batgirl? No, it's Spoiler
Oh, sport.
/
Yeah.
Stephanie Brown,
Okay.
who was Batgirl.
Ha!
That guy.
Streak.
He said Brown.
It's poop.
Yeah, it's a poop joke.
Thank
That's
you.
a Josh joke.
What?
Exactly. All right.
Yeah, no, Detective is the best.
Although, what's your take on Colony, the new villain?
Don't know enough yet.
I always feel it's weird when every single new writer is like, I'm going to create my own Batman rogue. And the amount of ones that actually stand the test of time.
Yeah.
Like, Grant Morrison got Professor Pig off to the point where he can actually show up in Arkham Knight. But did he? Oh, well, the Talons in the Court of Owls
Yeah.
What about,
Morrison's good at
Dollmaker?
disappeared
yeah.
to the ether.
But Dollmaker was like so like awesome, creepy.
But for now, it's gone. He may be
He
back.
may
Yeah.
be back. You know who else might be back?
Who?
Green Team.
No.
I just think like Morrison's way
Team 7.
really good at cutting to the heart of the character and figuring out what a good nemesis would be like.
Right.
If you'd made him up years ago. The Court of Owls is still really good.
Court of Owls is great.
I wish Gotham had incorporated that into the beginning.
It will. It's season 3.
They're talking about they will, but I feel like that was an opportunity to put it in from the
season 2
beginning.
with it though.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's talk Flash.
This was a good first issue for it.
Yeah, because I know you had problems with Rebirth
Rebirth was kind of dumb.
because it was just a retread of actual Rebirth instead of the Flash story. This is the part 1 giving us that. I forgot his name. The guy who gets the powers and then decides to become a serial killer.
Oh, I don't know.
apparently wasn't that
Godspeed.
memorable.
Godspeed.
Oh,
That's his name.
which
Yeah.
speedster? Okay.
Yeah, that's so that's
Which they combined in the show.
or-
And he
Origin.
looked awesome too.
Yeah, he
I
had-
remember that.
So this is the book that gives us that, where other people are being struck by the Speed Force.
The only thing I will say about it is that I was not particularly wowed by the art. Something
I like
about
the
it.
art.
Something about it just doesn't click with me.
Do you like it better or worse than Brett Booth?
Much better.
Yeah,
Much better, but not my favorite.
that's fair. It's going to be hard to beat Francis Manapul.
He's vaguely Eon Fluxy. Like
Yes,
a little
Ooh,
bit.
that's a good point,
Yeah.
yo. All right.
Except everybody's wearing clothes.
Well, for now.
It's-
Give it time. Give it time. Inspiration. You can't rush that.
Yeah. In the future, we barely wear clothes.
I really like this next one too, and that's because Greg Rucka can do no wrong. We've got Wonder Woman #1.
Yeah.
And this is actually unique in terms of other Rebirth books where it's doing the thing. It's going to be 2 concurrent storylines in alternating weeks.
But here's the thing, like with Wonder Woman, when the New 52 came, Wonder Woman was strong, and I think that one stayed the strongest throughout the whole.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Wonder Woman.
it's the
The
only
New
one.
52 Wonder Woman is still one of the best books to come out of the entirety of New 52.
Yeah.
I thought the strength of that one was Azzarello making everything still true from Wonder Woman's perspective, and then she finds out the
Right.
differences,
But-
so you were with her with it.
But
And I also like that Rucka is not flat out ignoring that,
Yeah.
but is trying to consolidate pre and post 52.
yes,
Yeah.
and that's what I was going to say based on what you just said, which is Greg Rucka is also not ignoring what came before it. He's just he's pulling a Jeff Johns in that he takes these ridiculous origin stories
Yeah,
and convoluted
plot holes and-
plot holes and works it all into an actual functioning narrative.
Yeah, and I think it's more respectful to the people who've been reading beforehand to maintain that.
It doesn't come out and be like, no, brand new story, everything you knew before is a lie. I like it. I'm really looking forward to seeing in both storylines the Wonder Woman Year Zero and learning the truth about her twin brother, and the new one, which is whatever's going on with Themyscira.
Yeah,
And Greg Rucka and Nicholas Scott are just
yeah. The arts, there's a weight to the faces
my
that I'm really
goodness.
appreciating.
I don't know what
Looks, it's kind of
But Greg Rucka did my favorite Batman story.
Which
Yes.
one?
No Man's Land.
That was
Yeah.
really good.
He
That
was
was so
he was able to condense 100 issues of nonsense into one really great story.
Right.
Yeah.
And here's another thing. Greg Rucka has also done the best Punisher storyline ever.
Yeah.
Do you disagree?
It's not the best ever. It's probably top 3.
Okay. All right. I'll grant you
Which
that.
one was Ruckus?
The last
one-
The one with the woman Punisher that showed up.
Oh, I
in
never
Train?
even.
Oh,
I
it's
never got to
good.
read that
You
one.
need to find
Okay.
it. But yeah, you know what? It's fair that we are also talking about all the Rebirth books, but you know what? Marvel has a major event going on too, so we decided it's only fair to talk about the crossover books for that event. So let's talk some Marvel Civil War. Specifically, this week's 2 books for us. Miss Marvel, start that off. Which G. Willow Wilson has a way of making everything really relevant by starting off by tying it into the creation of Pakistan and the Civil War in India, and tying that into Civil War in Marvel in a much better way than anyone else ever would have. What's up?
The
Are you
comic.
guys interested in action heroes? Rambo and Chuck Norris.
animated.
First Blood only, and Chuck Norris never.
What? Really? Walker.
No.
Texas Ranger.
I don't know.
Rubbish.
I'm gonna say this: Chuck Norris is awful.
Yes.
That's what the joke was.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
making Chuck Norris the
Yeah.
badass that he was, because he's like out of all of them, he's the least likely.
Okay,
But
so-
if you go, okay, let me say this real quick. If you go look at his like older movies when he was
Delta
Bruce
Force.
Lee and stuff like that, was good.
Yeah,
That
but
was-
even in those good movies, it's highly unlikely. Like you're watching this ginger dude beat up an entire nation. Like,
Yeah, he just doesn't.
It's more believable than Steven Seagal.
yes,
yes.
Oh yes.
However,
almost
Steven
as funny.
Seagal has my favorite action scene. With the cue
ball?
ball in the
Yeah.
sock, and that's maybe the greatest minute and a half of film ever made.
However, there was a better movie that involved cue ball deaths. Jet Li's Kiss the Dragon.
I mean,
Also,
I thought you were gonna say something ridiculous like The Color of Money.
Boondock Saints.
Yeah. All right. So about that Miss Marvel, Chris,
Yeah.
what's your take on it?
I think one of the strengths of this book is it's capturing the perspective. They're capturing the perspective of both sides of the argument and how Miss Marvel ties into it, because Captain Marvel is her hero. When Captain Marvel says, "Yo, we can predict future crime," she's like, "That's great, I'm on board." And then she's like, "Well, maybe this
And then
isn't
her
a
new
great idea."
sister-in-law is like, "Hey, remember the last time someone tried to do that, which is in New York, and
Yeah.
that did not work out too well? You're just profiling at a whole other level."
Yeah,
So
and she's racially particularly in a position.
Yeah,
We're gonna-
so it's good in capturing both sides of it.
yeah, and that's what I think is. This has been my favorite Civil War tie-in so far.
Yes.
Although I would like to let Josh jump in. Would you like to make some Broforce comments?
Broforce is great.
Broforce is great. All right, finally, our last comic is Totally Awesome Hulk, another tie into Civil War, and one that's going to probably directly lead into the cliffhanger in Civil War 2, because Bruce Banner is not the Hulk anymore.
No.
And this is him realizing that and coming to terms with the fact that he's no longer the Hulk. Amadeus Cho is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because it does kind of play on the fact that the Hulk has been cured many times in the past. And he's like, well, it's not going to work this time. And then all before you know it, he's jumping off cliffs and gambling in casino and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's doing all the things, like, he knows that he's not the Hulk anymore, and so he's becoming increasingly reckless and realizes that it's because he secretly has a death wish because of all the guilt he's had.
Sure.
And it ends in a very poignant fashion, I would say.
Yep, well, you know. It's just one of those things that everyone's have to deal with.
How do you think it's going to resolve?
Badly.
Think he's going to become the Hulk again at the worst possible time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's how everything works.
Because Bruce Banner's not allowed in happiness?
No.
Bruce Banner is made so miserable, I'm surprised he wasn't a New 52 character. Bazing.
Can't.
362.
Millions.
Are there more X-Men? Or are there more mutants? Or are there more Pokemon?
There's more Pokemon.
No,
I'm gonna go with mutants personally.
Because you gotta think of the warlocks too.
Wait, are we talking named
Warlocks
mutants?
count?
Because
Yeah.
I swear there's more.
No,
Because
just mutants.
if you count like the Marvel Universe, there's like 1 million mutants.
Yeah.
But if you count mutants that we actually know and give a shit about, I'm saying that's like
Yeah, but
600.
to be fair, then how many Pokemon do you actually give a shit about, Chris?
151.
There you go. And even then, you probably don't care about Mr. Mime.
Very specific.
Actually, because he's Gen 1, I do care
Okay,
about Mr. Mime.
so even by your own logic, then there's
there's
more
six.
X-Men than Pokemon.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. It's a hard one.
Boom. All right. However,
Hold on.
yes.
Matt, you teased us the other day about
No.
some news.
Did I?
Oh.
Yeah, you teased us about some
We
news.
gotta be in the
other
game
day.
sector. Are we in the game sector?
We just entered the game,
game
section.
zone.
The game zone.
All right, what is it?
About Mass Effect.
Oh yes. Might as well start with a full-on, straight-up, no holds barred
Bard.
explosion info dump on Mass Effect Andromeda.
All right, let's hear.
Because-
Hold on. Let's hear this, everyone.
Everyone, shut the fuck up!
Do you care about Mass
Thank you,
Effect?
Doug. How about Jesus shuts up? Matt,
Yes. So I lied. There's nothing.
Yeah, of course.
you are a fucking.
I'm kidding. It's all right. Here.
Okay. All right.
Oh, how
He
good
had
was
to.
that?
He had to.
Oh. Okay. So
On my end,
the new ship is called the Tempest. It can also land on planets. You can go from space to atmosphere in real time.
That makes me worried there's gonna be a wizard of some sort.
From the moon.
Allegory.
Asari, Solarians,
Let's see.
and the Krogan are all present. The Mako has a boost function. Biotics are back in the game. You can now switch shoulders during combat to better aim around walls. Facial animations are more detailed. There is more than one arc, which is the name for the thing carrying the different races to the new galaxy.
Oh.
Before leaving, the arcs were located above Earth. Chronologically, this story takes place after Mass Effect 3. It will not take into account any of your endings from Mass Effect 3. They're starting fresh.
Yeah.
This is a separate
they
story.
should do that.
Yes. Passengers on the Ark have been kept in a stasis during the journey. Your character is the first to wake up.
Okay.
Oh, that's that teaser. Yeah,
yes.
There you go.
Characters are a huge focus. The dialogue system will be familiar, but they're adding a bunch of new mechanics to it. There will be an evolution of the morality system. We already know that the character's name is Ryder, and that Femme Ryder is now the default.
Oh, cool.
The
So
goal,
she'll be on the boxes probably.
yes.
Yeah.
The goal of the game is to move forward. There will be callbacks to the original trilogy, though.
Awesome.
Ryder has a family, and this family ties into the storyline. Mass Effect 3 multiplayer was a success, but they realized that players did not like how it was tied into the single-player campaign.
Yeah.
So this time they are separate.
Oh, cool.
Which is good.
The Mako is the only rideable vehicle in the game.
Okay.
Mass Effect 3 is the new one. Relationships and romances will be more realistic. It will no longer be talk to this person after every mission and at the end of the game, boom.
Oh, it's like
romance.
our relationship.
Perfect?
No.
Yeah. Friendships and romances will take into account character temperaments. Things of feeling out of depth or like an outcast.
But can they do as many pull-ups as Vega?
No one can do as many pull-ups as Vega.
Well, fuck
Freddie
everything.
Prinze Jr.
Cannot.
Well, then this
No.
You're gonna be so disappointed when you get to the gates.
this new game is useless to me.
Did you believe in Freddie Prinze Jr.? And you'll be like, what does that even mean? And you're like,
In this story, humanity is the alien.
Oh, I like that.
BioWare are aiming for a character that is more than just a typical space marine, someone that realizes that their impact their presence is having on the new cultures. Instead of your character already knowing a lot about the galaxy like Shepard, you're going to be discovering the stuff with them. Also, because it's not someone special like a Spectre, you will not have any of the privileges that came about, like access to politicians and stuff like that.
This is sounding really good.
Sounding like that real writer got
Yeah.
it.
The trilogy will be a foundational background, but not a focus. Instead of saying you are this person, it's about saying this is your role and this is the way you can play it. Andromeda will be a human-centric story. In Mass Effect 1, humans found themselves to be the underdogs, and this is ultimately a core theme of the entire franchise.
Humans are always underdogs.
Yep. Vehicles are much better. The branching dialogue and relationship building will have a huge impact. And finally, RPG elements are coming back. Not full-on Mass Effect 1 style, but better than before. Loyalty missions are coming back. Customization of the environments exist. And this is their biggest game of all time.
I'm excited.
Yes.
I am very
Yeah.
excited.
Boom.
All that sounded great. Thank you, Matt, for sharing
Like,
that information.
I never played Mass Effect, but I do
Did you? I
appreciate.
thought you
I never.
did. Okay.
You should just
But-
leave.
Okay, I was gonna say something nice about it,
Okay.
but apparently not.
No, you
anymore.
know what? Don't listen to Josh. He's
No,
Josh.
but like I appreciate like what Mass Effect was and what it did for sci-fi shooters. I wanted to play it, but I never really.
Sci-fi RPG.
Also,
Yeah, sci-fi
it's
RPGs.
a big time commitment to
Oh,
play a
yeah.
Mass Effect game properly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? I thought we could start with a new discussion topic
Yeah.
because last week's E3 meant we couldn't have one. So this is a two-parter split between the different parts of the show. First one is, what is your favorite game that you wished had actually gotten more hype? Like a game that you really liked that didn't get that critical hype that a Halo or a Call of Duty or an Uncharted would get.
There's a lot of silence there, guys.
Because I think that's
everyone's
not-
thinking.
You can hear the gears working.
Yeah.
Yes. Same question goes out to the audience. Feel free to answer.
Personally, I really think the first Borderlands.
That's fair.
I
First
really.
that is fair for that.
Just
I
because,
really think
just
the first
because it
Borderlands-
eventually became with Borderlands 2, but the first one was, by all definitions, a cult hit at the
Yeah,
beginning.
it really was. There were not many people playing it. Like everyone who was playing it were just really into it, like myself. And the second one came out, and you're like, all right, this is. They know what they were doing. They really knew what they were doing.
The 360 Ghostbusters game.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
In which it's really good and it's a lot of fun and no one cared.
Yeah.
It was fun, but there was issues with it that turned
I would
that
have
when
thought you
people
would have
read
brought
about it.
Infinite Undiscovery.
I love Infinite Discovery,
Ooh,
but
Yes, I
Actually-
agree with Infinite.
Infinite Discovery is the most cliched RPG.
It is
You know
very, but it's fun.
It's fun.
Eternal Sonata.
Yo.
Eternal Sonata was really good.
More nonsense. It's nonsense.
But
Here's the
it is
thing-
super
okay,
nonsense.
but here's the thing with Ghostbusters. There was a lot of reviews saying like it was like terrible as like you didn't really bust ghosts. You just
The whole game was busting ghosts.
you're not letting me finish.
Oh, I'm
jackass.
I'm sorry, go on.
You mostly like revived the other people on your team majority of the time. No, they always fell down, Chris.
Guys, I think we just figured it out. He's really bad at the Ghostbusters game.
No.
It's fine. That's why he's not going to go see the new movie.
Because Ghostbusters was
He doesn't want to watch girls be
Ghostbusters.
better at ghostbusting than him. So we
sodium-
figured out the whole
The
problem.
sodium level in this house is high tonight.
Alright, Doug, what about you, Brew?
I mean, I'm not up on whether or not something got too much hype or not.
Oh, don't worry, we'll tell you.
Sometimes. But like, I think Banner Saga deserves
Yes.
way more credit than
Agreed.
it's getting,
Yeah.
way more attention than it's getting.
I said Eternal Sonata.
Oh yeah, you did. You know, I could have gone with The Witcher before Witcher
The
3.
first Witcher.
yeah.
Before Witcher 3, The Witcher would have been a great answer.
Witcher 2 also.
No, Witcher 2 blew up a little more. I'm actually gonna go with either the Naruto series for the fighting games. It's I really enjoy them, but they're not ever gonna hit that mainstream success rate.
Well,
Of
yeah,
even-
people are going to hear Naruto, and just go, oh, I don't watch that, so bye.
right, like
Decisions have already been made.
And,
Yeah.
and to a lesser extent, Ratchet and Clank. Like it's never going to hit
yeah.
that top tier of hype that.
You can
other
just
games
name
do.
anything Chris is not interested in playing. Pretty much no one's interested in playing
Then
it.
like
They're
when
not
Ratchet
already
and Clank came out, it came out after like the Banjo and the
And Jack-
Crash
yeah.
and Jack and Daxter. So people were like Ratchet and Clank's just a copy of it. So
No.
they didn't really do what.
It was an evolution,
Oh my god.
but yeah.
But that's what people. I'm saying that's
Right.
what people thought about it.
Well, the other thing was Ratchet and Clank came out at a time when the mascot games were dying off and
Yeah.
being replaced by console shooters for the first time.
Yeah.
Because the PS2 Xbox
my
era
God,
was
guys.
bringing what?
Mascot shooters.
It's a thing,
Oh,
probably.
yeah.
It's coming.
What do you think Overwatch is?
Yeah.
It's a mascot shooter.
Well, they don't really.
But like, think about it. Right around the time, like the decade before, or the generation before, games like Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper, Jack and Daxter would have been the biggest things ever.
Oh, yeah.
But
Like-
this was an era when Halo was becoming
Actually,
dominating.
I got an old school one that should have been a sequel to
Okay.
Gex the Gecko.
But they had multiple games.
Not good ones.
Not good.
Oh, okay.
But it was.
Did anyone talk about it?
I think I have one Chris might agree with. Sudeki.
Sudeki definitely deserves more praise.
Jade Empire. Of all of BioWare's
Jade
games,
Empire.
I don't know
It
why
got
BioWare
so much-
hates Jade Empire.
because they saw the money they got from Star Wars, and they're like,
Dude,
Never
Jade
mind.
Empire was really fun.
You know what? They never remastered. No one ever talks about it. It's just quietly swept away. Like, well, fuck you, Jade Empire.
yeah.
So what was the other discussion topic?
Oh, we're gonna get there.
I'm just impatient.
No, you'll have to wait.
Apparently.
I've had a lot of...
So we got some sales news going on. This one is for Scott.
Meh.
Halo 5 has passed 5 million units sold.
It's a lot of units.
Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, this goes for like both, like all three consoles. If you buy a new system and it comes with a game, they count that game as a unit sold.
Yeah.
Technically,
So bundles count it.
it does, but it's kind of misleading.
Well, of course. Business statistics
Yeah,
are all
I
about
know,
misleading
I know.
people. And yes, I am definitely obsessed with Naruto. I'm fine with that. Date Bayo. Kagebushi no Jutsu.
Are you speaking in tongues?
Yes.
Sashimi?
Chris gets it. Don't even act like you can sigh now. Here, now you can sigh. Lift your shirt up.
Yeah,
out.
Is he sighing or is he making?
Wow, guys.
All right, moving on. So, how much do we love CD Projekt Red?
Nah.
Really?
I don't
You're not a fan of
Chris.
The Witcher? You're
We're
not
not
excited for Cyberpunk?
I think I am.
So, you want to jump in this?
Sure.
For the sake of my next statement.
Sure.
Who here feels good about CD Projekt Red?
Woo!
There it is.
It better not be about Gwent.
It's not Gwent.
Thank you.
CD Projekt
Cyberpunk?
Red. That's their next game. No. CD Projekt Red just announced that they're teaming up with the nation of Poland to personally invest 18 million euros into increasing video game development in Poland. They are mentoring
That's
future
awesome.
game devs in their country now.
Good. Sure.
And I'm totally all about
Get
that.
ready for some very depressing games.
This is
Papers,
completely,
please.
This is completely off topic.
Okay.
But, steampunk is a real thing because I don't know if you probably saw it, but this guy has a prosthetic arm
Yep,
that it's an actual tattoo machine.
I saw
I
that.
saw that. That's pretty damn awesome. All right.
In Cyberpunk. You said steampunk.
Steampunk.
Well,
Well, it's kind of like steampunk.
It's both. It's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
All right.
If it was
There's no
Cyberpunk, it
steam,
would have a
though.
laser that would mark it on it, or a 3D printer.
Well, then
Since
it's clockwork punk because it's all gears.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right.
All right.
I know all my punks. Okay.
Yeah.
Josh is a punk.
Diesel punk for life.
That's your Bioshocks and
Yeah,
I'm with you on
that's
that
good
diesel
shit.
punk.
Yeah. Diesel punk.
I'm a big fan of atomic punk.
I'm all about preppy punk.
Stop.
Clearly.
Oh
That's
my
hot
god,
topic.
please kill yourself.
No, it's the Gap.
All right. Moving on. We did not get to talk about this last week,
Oh, no.
but the NPD sale numbers of May came in. So we hit on Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah,
all right.
sure.
So the NPD numbers of May are the following.
It's
Would
gonna
someone
be
like to
bad.
guess what the top 10 of May was?
Like games?
Okay,
Yes.
I got this. I'm
Okay.
very good at this.
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Oh god.
Yes, Minecraft is on it.
MLB.
It's on. It's still on it.
Yeah.
For the first year,
Madden?
MLB is 3 months hanging on to the
Yeah,
top 10.
good
We're
job,
just,
MLB.
we're just gonna list all the games we wish weren't on there.
Quantum Break.
Nope.
Destiny. I don't know.
No.
Uncharted's number one, probably.
Uncharted's number 1.
Yeah.
What's number 2? It's a surprise. No one thought it would be number 2.
Wait.
Wii U. something.
Overwatch.
No, Star Fox.
Yeah. It's Doom.
Doom. Oh,
Doom is number 2. All right, I'll just jump down.
Okay.
So Uncharted 4,
Yeah.
Doom, Overwatch
Yeah.
is number 3,
Yeah.
but that's only because digital sales don't count towards NPD, and Overwatch is a predominantly PC download game.
Yeah.
So none of those sales count.
Yeah.
And it's still hit number 3.
Oh, no.
So let that sink in about Overwatch.
Yeah, watching.
Because last week we talked about that Overwatch hit 7 million sales, so
Yeah.
by that logic, it's actually number 1.
Yeah, I know.
Battleborn at number 4.
Wow.
Well, that's because
Well, I saw-
that's for people who couldn't get Overwatch.
I saw a Ben. I don't know where it was, but it was a picture of a Ben and it had Battleborn 999.
Yeah. Oh, Overwatch. Battleborn's already like been slashed.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like when you your grandma gives you something for Christmas and you ask for Overwatch, but you get this thing that looks just like
It's
it.
it's an episode of The Simpsons where Bart wants Bloodstorm but gets Lee Carville's putting time.
Okay. So
Kids want.
So there's 2 games that have never left the list since their inception. Minecraft and Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh,
Both of them
God.
are still on the list.
Can't believe there's.
However, what's notable about this month is this is the first time Minecraft sold more on PlayStation 4.
Well, Minecraft's
Then
got
on
all that.
Xbox 360.
Minecraft keeps pumping out DLC,
Yeah.
like reasons to keep playing.
Next,
Ah.
NBA 2K16,
Spike Lee joints,
which is free.
Call of Duty Black Ops 3,
drops.
MLB The Show 16, finally Dark Souls 3. That's the top 10. The PlayStation 4 was the top selling system and the only system last month to sell more this year than it did the year before.
Hey.
So
Good for
normally, traditionally speaking, May is the lowest selling month for video game systems.
You'd think it'd be higher because of graduation.
You'd think so.
But I guess
It's
people
not.
are buying cars and getting a head start on life.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
not
I'm not-
this guy.
Not.
So that is what happened, and for the first time ever, every single game in the top 10 was best selling on PS4.
Mhm.
So that is the sales numbers of May. Let's talk about some random stuff that happened.
How random?
The new Dynasty Warriors game was announced. It's a team up with the anime Berserk. So you get an anime Berserk.
I have never wanted anything more in my life, and I think Dynasty Warrior games are dumb. However,
they are.
However, Berserk. I just watched The Egg of the King again the other night. Berserk's fucking great.
The only Dynasty Warriors game I liked was Gundam.
See, I think the Dynasty Warriors games work best when they're teaming up with another property, like Hyrule Warriors.
Hyrule Warriors,
for the Wii U.
Yeah.
Awesome. The Gundam games.
I forgot to mention 3D.
Awesome. No, I didn't. The Gundam Warriors Dynasty Gundam Dynasty. I forgot what it's
Yes,
called.
Dynasty
Gundam?
Warriors Gundam 2.
Yeah, that's it.
1, 2,
And then this Berserk one's gonna be
Warriors
awesome.
Dynasty.
Like I don't watch One Piece, so I have no connection to it. But Naruto games and Dragon Ball Z games go fighting style, but the One Piece games
Yeah,
go
they-
Dynasty Warriors style.
Hyrule Warriors
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
I think
So Berserk looks
I think
good.
if this Berserk game gives it like even 10%, 20% more blood than the other Dinosaurs, which the Dinosaur games don't have blood at all. They just drop dead.
They do now.
If they have a little bit of blood, it's going to be the greatest game I've ever played.
Speaking of the greatest game we've ever played,
I was saying, is Dinosaurs like based off like a like?
Yeah, it's about.
based on the Legend of the Three Kingdoms.
It's a tale of swords and souls eternally retold.
Yeah, sure.
That's so
Well,
cool.
then they make a
That's the
movie
same thing.
They've made lots
Yeah.
of movies about them.
Okay.
Scott, it's the most
No,
prominent.
like there was like one with Jet Li and it was like
Yeah,
separated
Redwall.
like
Yeah, Hero.
It's the most prominent Asian story ever written.
Yeah.
It's around everything. Nobunaga's ambition.
sure.
Yeah. Tale of the Three Kingdoms.
Nobu.
Lobu Spear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Moving
It
on.
exists. Moving on.
You talk about this all day.
So there's that game that came out called Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
I love watching people play
Man,
that.
it looked awesome.
Which is, it's an early access on Steam right now. It's a 1v4 asymmetric multiplayer game where one person plays a Freddy-style serial killer.
It's
Closer
kinda-
to Jason.
It's kind of like it's a better version of Evolve.
Yeah. Which, man, that still stings.
Yeah.
But you know, one guy's Jason and the others are scared camps and they have to escape Jason.
and
By
they have
setting
to
traps and avoiding him.
they have to like there's that repair 5 generators. And if you're by yourself, if you get to repair if you only have like 2 generators left or 3, there should be like a trap door that opens up where you can escape, so you don't have to get all 5
Right.
and escape. And there's 3 different killers. One that's like Jason, who's called a trapper, sets bear traps. One called Rafe, who could go invisible, which is more. That one's really creepy because he. When he goes invisible, you hear like bell chimes and stuff.
It's like a Slenderman.
Yeah.
But he's kind of weird because he's like his upper torso is like really strong, but he has like chicken legs.
Yeah.
He looks really weird. And then there's a hillbilly who's kind of like Leatherface, runs around with a chainsaw.
Now, the reason I brought this up is because this game has been very popular. But as Doug mentioned, they have announced a Friday the 13th game. That Doug.
Nice.
And that takes it a whole other step further. It's a 1 versus 7 game with 7 campers trying to escape Jason.
Yeah.
But it seems like the difference will be like Jason has like more of an advantage
Yes.
than them.
Oh, yeah. We also, this week,